It's Joe, and this is my next project.
What a beautiful day to spend in the shop working on the hot rod. Birds are chirping, the breeze is blowing, it's nice and cool. Very quiet. It's like Zen. Mounting the coilovers. You saw last time we were here and we mounted these. Actually didn't mount them because I didn't want to commit, but eventually I'm gonna have to weld something. We're gonna mount the top of these coilovers, build all those parts. We've got to run a bolt through here into the body and get a nut on it, on both sides. We've got to support this thing. The weight of the car is on this piece of tubing right here. We're gonna run another piece of tubing just underneath it. It'll go all the way across. We'll run a cross member right across here with a couple of up tubes, one up tube on each side, and then for some triangulation, it's gonna have a little 1-inch bend in it there that'll kind of rainbow over the top. The coilover will eventually be in here, so that little rainbow's gonna frame the coilover and it'll look good. The main part of this is this cross member. All this has to be removable in order to get the engine and transmission out in one piece. I really don't want to take the engine off the transmission to have to get it out. That would be poor planning on my part, and we're planning on not having that happen. So we'll have a couple of tabs here, and also you'll see not only will the front of the car be held up with the bolts going through the tab, these tabs are gonna have a little tiny cap on it to keep that cross member from popping up through the frame. And I'm gonna go cut some stuff up, cut, sand, grind, and I will be right back. And I am back. And we did cut, sand, grind. And check it out, check it out. Here's what we come up with. And again, no commitment on my part. It's horrible. We have the Shelby tubing comes through here. It'll have a long bolt with a nut. This tube will come all the way across here, supported by these two up tubes and the little arching tube there. Also, these will have saddle brackets that will fit right in here on both sides. Also, there will be a little flat welded. These will weld together and they will have a little flat welded on each one of those. And they haven't been set side to side exactly yet because of my lack of commitment. It's all right. my commitment's on the way, they assure me. That little saddle bracket goes in there like that. The only thing sticking out the body is this tube. Now here, this is interesting. I really tossed and turned on how to do this. And here's what I came up with. I've got two of these tabs, one in the front, one in the back, and this little tab. This little tab's rather thick, and it'll be welded to the top of this as well as the frame there and to the top of that, and we'll smooth that off. These, I know they appear, this appears to be in quite a bit. However, as you can imagine, if this is out here touching this tab where you would want it, when you lower this cross member, this, no matter what you do, is still stuck in between the two tabs on both sides, and you will find yourself in a predicament you cannot get out of. However, I think by moving these in, I'll remove the bolt. We'll lower the entire cross member. The whole program there will lower. It'll move over about 7/8 of an inch, allowing this bar to clear, and it should come out. Oh, and wait, there's one more thing. I know you guys are thinking, what is gonna keep this thing from moving back and forth? And I didn't mention it, and I knew it would cause you to lose sleep, so here we go. We're gonna have a tube, like most race cars, that will come up and bend just over the top of this, and it's gonna come back and tie into the car back in here. So we got a long tube, gonna come down and bend, touch down there. We'll also have a tab that will connect all that stuff. So we'll be connected side to side, triangulated here, and also triangulate back to the body. There. How's that? Sleep tight.
I hope you enjoyed watching as much as we enjoyed making it. If you did, tell your friends and subscribe. It's important.